Hello, and welcome to the Thrive Mindset Podcast. I am so glad you are here with me. My name is Carrie Dahle, and I am your host. I am an entrepreneur, author, podcaster, manifester, and motivator. And I am on a mission to empower you to create the life of your dreams. If you are looking to up-level your life, relationships, finances, productivity, and success, you have come to the right place. I will share with you tools, resources, strategies, my failures, and my successes that have all helped me achieve the life of my dreams. It is my goal with this podcast to help you see your potential and empower you to create the life of your dreams. So let's get to it. Welcome back to the Thrive Mindset Podcast. I'm Carrie Dahle, and today we're going to talk about how you can truly transform the way you approach each day. And I'm talking about the way true magic happens in our lives when we embrace daily routines, and how you can craft the perfect routine that will really skyrocket your productivity and boost your overall happiness. Today isn't just about routines. It's about creating routines that energize you, empower, and prepare you to tackle anything that comes your way. Whether you're a CEO, a creative, a stay-at-home parent, or a student, establishing a solid routine is going to be your secret weapon for success. Let's start with the basics. Why do routines matter? I want you to think about the most chaotic, awful, very bad day you've had. Now, think about what could have been different if you had a routine in place that was comforting and anchored you in the morning and your evening. Would it have been any different? Would you have felt different through the day? Would you have been calmer? What would have been different for you? Because routines are super powerful. They give us control over parts of our day. And control in a world that you cannot control can actually help you reduce stress by removing the need to make constant decisions, right? It frees up our mental energy for the most important tasks of our day, for those hard moments. When we have established routines, it's a habit. It's what you do. It's how you thrive. I'm sure you all have noticed that I have not posted a new pod in the last couple weeks. And while I can't get into the details, our family has just kind of been going through it with some things. And the only reason I'm not going to share is because one of our family members specifically, I don't think it would do good to share those details for that person right now. But what I will share is that the impact it's had on our entire family and our friends. And it has not been easy. It has had many moments of sadness and anger and frustration and just a lot of different emotions on everybody's part. And with that, I'm only sharing that because not for you to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, what's going on, Carrie? No, that's not what this is about. This is about letting you know that the one thing I can count on every single day is my daily routines. And I've had days where those have completely gone out the window. And when that has happened, my day has just been horrible. Like, I can't even explain how bad, because I had nothing to center me in the morning. I had nothing to center me in the evening. And therefore, I just felt like I was flailing from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. And it sucked. It totally sucked. But when I didn't let circumstances and life get in the way, and I stuck to the things I do every single day, my routines, my days went so much better. Sure, there was moments of things that would be frustrating or draw emotion, but I felt much calmer overall. And I just want to encourage all of you to have those same routines and habits in place so that you can get through the hard things, because there are going to be hard days. Not every day is perfect. I mean, I love to manifest a good day, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. Sometimes life throws you a curve. Sometimes other people's actions impact, right? So let's start with how you can create or craft your morning routine. Every day starts with a great morning, right? I mean, yes, sure, there are days you get out of bed and you hit your toe first, but you can change it right away. So how do you create a routine that is going to set you up for success? I don't think it's about copying anybody else's routine. It's really about finding what works for you. I say you should start with something that's going to make you feel good, right? Wake up right. Feel good, whether it's stretching, meditating, or doing a gratitude journal. For me, the very first thing in my morning is coffee. Actually, before it's coffee, it is coming down and saying good morning to my husband. That is the very first thing. But then it's coffee, typically with a glass of water before I start my coffee. And then I just sit and enjoy my morning. I'm not on my phone. I'm not engaging with work yet. I might be chatting a little bit with my husband, but I'm just enjoying the moment, enjoying the still, enjoying the quiet before my day gets busy. And then I will go to listening to a gratitude meditation, because no matter what is going on in my life, that gives me calmness and reminds me of all the fantastic things in my world, because even in the darkest of moments, there are so many things to be grateful for. And then once my mind is right with that, I move on to my gratitude journal, which we've talked about many times. And I write down 10 things that I am grateful for the day before. And then I write down the 10 things that I am manifesting in the past tense as if they've already happened. Because why? Because I know they're coming to me, and I need to keep that energy aligned with that gratitude. So another thing that you need to consider in the morning is to fuel your body. You never want to underestimate the power of breakfast and hydration to kick off your brain and get you functioning at a really high level to create a day of success. I am not good about this. I'm very good about drinking water, but I am not the best about fueling my body first thing in the morning, especially when things are wonky. So creating that habit, creating that moment and that time that you routinely have some yogurt, have some eggs, have whatever it is that will fuel you and make you feel good is a good idea. And I need to work on that as well. So keep me accountable, friends, because I'm going to be working on that and adding that back into my morning routine. And then the next thing I would just say it before you get going is to plan your day. Like, take a few minutes to think about what tasks you have and prioritize them. Because when you can list everything out that you want to do during the day, and you can say, these are the things that I must do, and these are the things I would like to do. And then you can look at your schedule and say, how can I fit this all in? It will seriously reduce the anxiety of the unknown, right? It will keep you on track. It will keep you moving forward in a way that's successful. And probably you're going to get through all your to-dos very quickly. You're going to have plenty of time for all the things you're wanting to do. And it's all because you started your day off with planning your day out. All right, so let's pause for a moment. Think about one thing that you could add to your morning routine that makes a big difference. For me, I told you, it is adding back in time for breakfast. Even if it's a smoothie, even if it's just a quick protein shake, I need to add it back in. So what is yours? What is the one thing that will make a big difference for you? Once you have it, I want you to figure out a way that you are going to prioritize that this week, and see how it changes things for you. See what differences it makes, because these routines really do play a crucial part in our success. All right. So the next thing that I want to talk about is maximizing your power hours. Do you know what power hours are? Those are the times when you feel the most productive, right? And it's really important for you to recognize what time of day that is for you. I can tell you that my morning, like mid-morning, is really critical for that for me. My mid-morning is when I've already, I've done my morning routine, I've laid out my day, and I just bang, 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 bang through things like as quickly as possible. And I'm very good at it. And those are the times when I know that I have a deadline on an article that I'm writing that. Those are the times when I sit and work on my newsletters, or I work on anything creative, anything that where my brain needs to be on fire and really going. That is the power hours. So for me, that's probably from anywhere from 9 a.m. to about 1. And that's where I'm just really go. And then once you identify what that time frame is for you during the day, whether it's morning, evening, whatever it is, because it's going to be different for you than it is for me. In fact, it might be late at night for you. That's definitely not the time for me. But I would just say for you to discover when your time is and pay attention to when you feel the most alert and most focused. And then once you know when that time frame is, guard that time religiously. Save that for the most important tasks. Save that for the big to-dos. And you can do that by limiting your distractions. So turn off your notifications on your phone, on your, the alerts on your computer, whatever it is, to give you that time and really hold that sacred for the hours that you want to be productive. Another thing you can do is just optimize your environment. So ensure that your workspace is conducive to being able to focus. So keep it clean, organized. If you do well in lots of light, make sure it's really lit up. If you do better with it a little dimmer, make sure it's dim. I'm often laughing at my real estate office because I thrive in the sunshine and I thrive with light and lots of light. I also, when I'm working on a computer, when I've got glares from windows, I have to keep the light down because otherwise my eyes respond badly and I end up with a migraine and it's just not a good situation for me. But I'm aware of that, right? So I optimize my environment in order to keep it conducive to a place that I can focus. Now, maybe people I work with, they aren't so thrilled about that all the time, but that's how it works for me. So do what you need to do to limit your distractions and keep your environment in a way that works for you. The next important thing about routine is to make sure that you're scheduling breaks. You are not a robot. You are not a machine. You are a human. You are a person that cannot just go without stopping for a snack, stopping for some water, stopping to stretch, stopping to get up and walk around a little bit. You've got to put breaks in between. Otherwise, you are going to become so overwhelmed and so feeling like you're going and missing out on life and joy. And you just can't do that. You have to take time for yourself. You have to take time to break. You have to take time for your brain to stop and just rest for a minute. So I would just say aim for, even 5 to 10 minute breaks. Even if it's, every couple hours, try to find time to get up, walk around, go get yourself a drink of water, get some lunch, whatever it is, but take time throughout the day to give yourself just a moment to breathe, really, because that stopping and pausing is really impactful and effective in helping you continue to move forward and tackle all the other to-dos you have to do. I think it's important to remember because we often think, oh no, I've got too much to do. If I take a break, it's not going to get done. That's why you have to prioritize the things you have to do during the day because otherwise you're just going to have this life of to-do lists and you're going to feel overwhelmed constantly. But if you can set the tone by planning out your day and knowing what's important, and you can set time to say, you know what, I'm going to do this during my most productive hours, and then I'm going to take a break. And I'm going to maybe go work out, or I'm going to go for a walk, or do the things that you enjoy. I think you will find that sticking to your routine that way is going to actually make you more productive than when you just sit and do the to-dos. I know that I personally thrive a lot when I have a lot going on in my life, when I have a lot of things being thrown at me. But in that, I think the way that I really truly thrive is because I do stick to my routines. I do have the morning that I do the same things. I do have my afternoon and evening that I do similar things. Sometimes I work longer or I'll pick work back up, but I really try to stick to those because that is what makes me successful in it. That is what allows me to do all the things I can do. I can't tell you how many times people say to me, Carrie, I don't know how you have time for this, or I don't know how you do this. You know what? I don't either. But what I do know is that I don't work nonstop. I don't go until I drop. I just manage my time and my routines. So finally, let's talk about the ending of your day, right? And winding down so that you can really gear up for the next day. And having a calming evening routine, that is important, just as important as it is having your morning routine, because this is your time to unwind and reflect and prepare yourself for the next day. And I'm not talking about setting your schedule for the next day. I'm just saying prepare yourself mentally and physically by giving yourself kindness and rest and time to just be. So I would suggest this for an evening routine. Disconnect. Step away from your screens at least an hour before you go to bed. Step away from it. And then reflect. Reflect on what went well today and also on what you could do better tomorrow. These are important tools. These are things that help you grow and better yourself and keep you moving forward. And then relax. Relax. Listen to music, read, or do something else that just calms your mind. Have a conversation with your partner. Whatever it is that is just calming and peaceful, do that and relax and enjoy your evening. As we wrap up today's episode, I just want to remind you that the goal of any routine is to make your life easier, not harder. It's about making your day more manageable, more productive, and really more joyful. So take the bits and pieces from this podcast today that you found helpful and implement them into your life and see what changes. See how you can make things easier, not harder. And thank you for listening to the Thrive Mindset podcast. I really appreciate all of your support. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And I'm just going to remind you to take control of your day before it takes control of you. Set up your routines, find your rhythm, and watch how your days and ultimately your life transform. And until next time, remember that I believe in you and you can manifest the life of your dreams.